West Asia is a part of Asia famously known as the Middle East, a piece of land with the most history on the planet. It is where farming and civilization originated. Its people were historically blessed with revolutionary ideas like simply writing, governance, architecture, and also great figures like prophets responsible for bringing the word of God via the Abrahamic religions, in which today shapes the lives of many people. And it is also the toughest region for human habitation, and yet it has a diverse array of different and diverse group of people, and these people are the topic of today's video. We are going to learn about the diverse Middle Eastern groups, but unlike in my previous video, which I divided the people of this region on a linguistic basis, this video I'll try something different. I'll divide the Middle Easterners on a phenotypic basis because people assimilate, especially in a region with too much history as the Middle East. This is why I'll be using phenotypes instead of linguistic divisions, because the phenotype gives you a glimpse of what people historically look like and identified as before their mass assimilation and mass admixture. Like, for example, historically, Anatolians did not speak a language hailing from the Ural Mountains. Or, historically, the diverse Semitic people did not identify with an Arab identity. So, I decided to choose phenotype as a better method of showing the actual diversity of Middle Earth. And if you're curious to know what phenotype is, check on my previous videos. I explain deeply about the meaning of phenotype and all. So now let's highlight the humanoid diversity of the hottest place on earth, the Middle East. In the captivating landscapes of Yemen, a distinct subgroup of Orientalid known as yemenite emerges. This particular subtype, however, deviates in an armenoid direction, setting them apart from their arabid counterparts. These descendants of the Sabaean civilization, the first dam builders in human history, are heavily found among the Yemenites, but their presence is commonly observed in regions such as Oman and the UAE and Hejaz, or Western Saudi Arabia. The story of the Yemenid in this region is deeply intertwined with ancient migrations and bustling trade routes that connected diverse cultures. As intrepid traders traverse the vast expanses of land, they carry with them the Yemenid genetic heritage, leaving their marks on various corners of the world. One such destination is the northern and eastern parts of Africa, where the Yemenid influence take roots, especially among the Habashas, who are the descendants of Yemeni men from the Sabaean era that immigrated or exiled to Ethiopia in the ancient period, intermarried with the local North Cushitic women, and gave rise to a modern Habasha who preserved some remnants of the pre-Arabization Yemenite heritage, such as the South Semitic languages, writing, and culture. And in Sudan, for instance, the Yemenids experienced a long history of admixture with the local Sudanese populations. This intermingling resulted in a unique synthesis of traits found in Sudanese Arab, as well as other diverse groups like the Rashida and even the Barwanis. The Yemenite genetic pioneering does not stop there. Their genetic influence reaches far beyond the African continent, even in distant lands like India, Pakistan, Iran, and in Malaysia and in Indonesia, which gave rise to the Indo-Arabs and the Arab Malays. Now, let's explore the physical traits that characterize the Yemenids. Well, their skin tones ranges from light to medium brown, perfectly suited to the sun-drenched landscape of the coast or the dark and cloudy highlands they inhabit. Their hair is often wavy and curly, boasting a lustrous black to dark brown color. In terms of stature, the Yemenids are rather average to short, possessing a mesocranic build with an ectomorphic physique. And when it comes to their facial features, the Yemeni display a unique set of qualities. Their heads are brachycephalic, meaning they are relatively broad compared to their length. And the shape of their skull is mildly hypsicranic, featuring a flat occiput and a small head. The nose of the Yemenid is hyperleptorine, often appearing convex or even hooked, adding to the distinctiveness of their facial structure. Their faces are narrow with fine features, including deep-set almond-shaped eyes, which are smaller compared to their arabid eyes, and also they have full lips. And notably, prognathy or the protrusion of the jaw is absent among the Yemenites. So now let's move to the Arabids. In the vast Arabian Peninsula, a particular ethnic group known as Arabids flourishes. They are the most common type of people in the region, often associated with Semitic languages. Originally, their presence is limited to the confines of Arabia itself. However, throughout history, various ancient migration and the expansion of Islam plays a pivotal role in the spreading of the influence of the Arabid far and wide. And one of the destinations that the Arabid reaches is North Africa, where they encounter diverse populations. Over time, extensive intermingling occurs, resulting in a heavily mixed population such as the Arab Berbers. The conquerors and Arab tradesmen, driven by their ambitions and venturesome spirit, carried the Arabid heritage beyond North Africa. They traversed the Mediterranean, leaving traces of their presence in distant lands. And also parts of East Africa, India, and even Indonesia feel the touch of the Arabid influence due to the extensive trade networks and interactions established by Arab merchants. Now, let's delve into the physical traits that characterize the Arabids. The skin tone ranges from light to sometimes medium brown skin, perfectly suited to the sun-drenched landscape they inhabit. Their hair, often wavy or curly, showcases a rich black-brown hue. In terms of stature, the Arabids are of medium to tall height, possessing a mesoscalic build with an ectomorphic physique. When it comes to their facial features, the Orientalids have a unique set of characteristics. Their heads are dolichomesocephalic, meaning they are longer than they are wide. The shape of their skull, known as chemiocranic, is rather small and has a rhomboid structure, with an occiput that protrudes slightly. The nose of an Arabid is slightly convex and hyperleptorine, giving it a distinctive appearance. And their special features is their eyes. Their eyes are large, deep, and almond-shaped, with a prominent midface and full lips, adding to the overall aesthetics of their facial features. And in terms of body hair, Orientalids possesses an abundance of it. Due to the presence of these distinguishing physical features, some scholars even include the Orientalids within the broader category of Mediterranean, as they share certain similarities despite their unique qualities. The Levantine phenotype refers to a distinct human type that is found primarily in the Levant region of Eastern Mediterranean, encompassing areas such as modern-day Lebanon, Syria, Jordan, and Palestine. The Levantine phenotype has roots in the ancient civilizations of the Levant, such as the ancient Canaanites, Phoenicians, and the biblical Hebrews, found in high frequencies among the Lebanese Christians and the Samaritans, but also in high frequencies among Palestinians, Jordanians, Druze, and Western Syrians. This phenotype is also characterized by a unique blend of features resulting from historical interactions and genetic admixture between various populations in the region. The Levantine phenotype is Orientalid but has some Mediterranean appearances. They have a unique fusion of Mediterranean and Orientalid characteristics. It showcases features that are common among Mediterranean populations such as dark hair and olive or light brown skin tones, while also reflecting Orientalid influences in terms of facial structure and overall appearances. Individuals of this phenotype often have olive or light brown skin tones, reflecting the sun-kissed climates of the Levant. Their hair is usually dark and can range from straight to wavy. Their eye color can vary, but brown is the most common. And in terms of facial features, the Levantine phenotype is characterized by a mesorrhine or leptorrhine nose, which is straight or slightly convex. The nose have a prominent bridge or a slight aquiline curve. Their eyes are always almond-shaped and can be expressive. Their face shape tend to be oval or slightly long, with well-defined cheekbones. Their lips are usually medium-sized and can be either thin or moderately full. Regarding stature, individuals with the levantine phenotype generally have medium height with a mesoscalic or mesomorph body build. Their body proportions are often well balanced with an average or slightly athletic physique. This phenotype is highly diverse and can exhibit variation within the region due to historical migrations, interaction, and genetic influences from neighboring population. And as a result of this, there can be considerable individual variation within the levantine phenotype, reflecting the rich genetic and cultural mosaic of the Levant region. In the southern landscape of the Arabian Peninsula, there exists a distinct human type reminiscent of the Natufian people. This type, however, is often descendants of the Paleolithic Natufian hunter-gatherers, who for millennia are isolated from the vast admixture happening among its neighbors. Its presence can be observed among various communities spanning regions such as southwest Oman, eastern Yemen, and even on the enchanting, beautiful island of Socotra. Occasionally, echoes of this type can be found in Mesopotamia and Nubia, adding to its far-reaching influence. Now, let's explore the physical traits that characterizes this captivating type. Their skin tone is a deep shade of dark brown, a testament to the sun-drenched landscape they call home. Their hair texture is often wet and ranges from straight to wavy to curly in a distinctive ringlet pattern, bolstering a rich jet black color. In terms of stature, individuals of this type are rather medium height to short, with a range of body types from macroscalic to endomorph, and even ectomorph. They embody a combination of meso and brachycephalic features with very small heads and a mildly hypsychronic features. The nose are mildly leptorine and low, adding to their unique facial characteristics. And they have deep-set eyes, adding to the allure of their gaze. Strong heads are a notable feature among individuals of this type. They also have mild prognathism, or a slight protrusion of the jaw can occasionally be observed. Within the vast expanse of the Iranian plateau, a distinctive human type emerges, leaving an undeniable mark on the diverse populations that call this region home. This unique type serves as one of the main elements in the composition of various ethnic groups, most notably the Persians, particularly in the southwestern reaches of Iran. It also plays a significant role in shaping the genetic makeup of the Kurds, Talish, Gilakis, and Luris. The influence of this type extends beyond the borders of Iran, reaching as far as Afghanistan and India. And in these lands, it manifests among the West Tajiks, Dards, Nuristanis, Azerbaijanis, and even Baltis. The unique characteristics of this type showcase elements reminiscent of both Mediterraneans and Arabids, resulting in a complex tapestry of heritage. The physical traits of this distinctive Iranian plateau type are captivating, reflecting the diverse influences that shape its composition. Their skin tone ranges from light brown, mirroring the sun-drenched landscape they inhabit. Their hair, which can be straight or wavy, spans a spectrum of shades, from black to brown. And when it comes to stature, individuals of this type exhibit a medium height to tall range, with a body type that combines elements of meso and brachyscalic features. Their overall physique leans towards being ectomorphic. The shape of their skull is hyperdolichocephalic, meaning it is relatively long compared to its width, while also maintaining a mildly hypsychronic structure. The nose of this distinct type is long, hyperleptorine, and either convex or hooked in appearance, giving it a unique charm. Their lips are thin, complemented by a sturdy chin and marked facial features. Their eyes are almond-shaped and deep, adding to the allure of their gaze. And individuals of this type often boast a heavy beard and body hair, further contributing to their overall appearances. Nestled in the landscape of Anatolia, this subgroup of armenid subtype flourishes adorned with distinctive dinaroid features. The heartland of this population reside in West Anatolia, where the influence is most pronounced. This unique subgroup emerges from a fusion of Armenid influx into a pre-existing Mediterranean population, resulting in a fascinating blend of heritage. While Anatolians comprises the dominant element in Turkey, traces of this Armenid subtype can also be found among the Alawites, Lebanese, Greeks, population in the Balkans, Crimea, Caucasians, and occasionally even in Iran. Their skin tone ranges from light brown, reflecting the sun's gentle caresses upon the Anatolian homelands. Their hair are wavy and dark brown, adds to their distinctive appearance. When it comes to their stature, individuals of this subtype exhibit a medium height with a range of body types from mesoscalic to ectomorph and even endomorph. The shape of their skull is brachycephalic, meaning they are relatively broad compared to their length, while also maintaining a hypsichronic structure. The facial features and body proportion of the Armenid subtype are finer compared to their counterparts in Dinarid and Armenids. Their noses are often hyperleptorine. It is not fleshy but rather hooked in appearance, adding to the unique charm of their facial profile. The occiput or the back of the skull is mildly flattened, providing a distinct head shape characteristics. Their eyebrows and body hair are typically heavy, adding to their overall appearances. And so, the story of the Armenid subtype with Dinaroid features and its prevalence among the Anatolian landscape unfolds. It serves as a testament to the intricate interplay between different populations, migration, and the diverse physical traits that shape the tapestry of human history. This remarkable Semitic type that intertwines the exquisite features of Armenoid and Arabid ancestry. And this particular group holds great historical significance, leaving their imprints on civilizations such as the ancient Hittite kingdom and the Assyrian Empire. Over the course of time, the purity of this Semitic type becomes diluted, but its essence remains, preserved in various communities. And one of the purest expressions of this Semitic type can be observed among the Isfahan Jews, whose lineage proudly carries the heritage of their ancestors. However, the influx of this Semitic type expands beyond the boundaries of Isfahan, reaching communities such as the northern Syrians and Iraqis. And throughout medieval times, migration plays a pivotal role in spreading the influence of this Semitic type to distant lands. It finds a home in India, Africa, and Europe, weaving its way into the cultural fabric of diverse societies. In Europe, it is traditionally found in regions like Poland, Belarus, and the Rhine Valley, where it leaves an undeniable mark on the local populations. And in more recently, as the world becomes more interconnected, this Semitic type begins to spread into new regions, including the Americas, Australia, and various other corners of the globe. So, let's now explore the physical traits that define this Semitic type. Their skin tone ranges from light brown to sometimes fair, reflecting the spectrum of their heritage. Their hair is often straight or wavy and is typically dark brown, but occasionally one can find individuals with curly wavy hair in shades of blonde. And in terms of stature, the Semitic type displays a medium height, possessing a combination of meso and macroscalic features with an endomorphic physique. And when it comes to their facial structure, the Semitic type exhibits a unique set of characteristics. Their heads are brachycephalic, meaning they are relatively broad compared to their length. The shape of their skull, known as chemi-orthochronic, is rather small-headed. Their noses are prominently featured, big and fleshy, serving as a defining trait. The lower lip of the Semitic type is full. Additionally, they often have heavy beards and body hair, and notable features that set them apart. In the vast territories of Iran and Asia Minor, a distinctive and robust human type emerges, bearing the characteristics of an Eastern Euro-Africanid variety. This coast type, more ancient than its more gracile counterparts, the Iranids and Pontids, possesses several Cro-Magniform features that set it apart. It serves as a traditional link to the Barbarid type in the western regions, particularly in places like southern Turkey. This type holds significant influence from eastern Turkey to northern Iran, leaving a lasting imprint on the genetic tapestry of people in these lands. Notably, it is particularly prevalent among the Kurds and northern Persians, and can occasionally be observed among the Lebanese, the people of the Caucasus, and even the people of the Balkans. The physical traits of this coast type are intriguing, reflecting its unique place within the region. Their skin tone ranges from fair to light brown, a testament to the diverse environments they inhabit. Their hair, which can be straight or wavy, spans a range of shades from light brown to black. When it comes to stature, individuals of this type tend to be rather tall, with a mesoscalic build that ranges from ectomorph to mesomorph. The shape of their skull is dolichomesocephalic, meaning they are longer than they are wide, while also maintaining a straight, mildly leptorine nose. The face of this coast type is wider compared to the Pontids and Iranians, with a broader nose and more squared chin. Some individuals even showcase strong chromagniform features, adding to their unique allure. In the vast expanse of West Asia, there exists a remarkable human type that shares striking anthropometric and morphological similarities with other European alpinids. This type predominantly thrives in the mountainous region stretching from Anatolia to northern Syria and Iraq. Its presence can also be observed in western Iran, the Caucasus, Palestine, and Lebanon, leaving an indelible mark on the diverse landscape it inhabits. The influence of this West Asian type exists further, albeit in lesser frequencies, reaching as far as Tajikistan, across Arabia, and even into southwestern reaches of Europe. The physical traits of this West Asian type displays a harmonious blend of features. Their skin tone ranges from light brown, reflecting the sun-kissed climate they inhabit. Their hair can be straight or wavy, spans a spectrum of shades from light brown to black. When it comes to stature, individuals of this type exhibit a medium to rather tall height with a mesoscalic build and an endomorphic physique. The shape of their skull is brachycephalic, meaning they are relatively broad compared to their length, maintaining a ortho or hypsychronic stature. Their faces are round. Their nose of this West Asian type is leptorine, characterized with a slim or straight stature, often featuring a roundish tip. The mouth is rather thin, contributing to their unique facial features. Notably, the skin of this type is slightly darker than their European counterparts, and their overall height tends to be slightly taller. It is worth mentioning that individuals of this West Asian type can sometimes be mistaken for those with similar features resulting from Turanid admixture, which adds to the complexity of their rich heritage. Once a captivating and widespread human type existed, primarily found in the magnificent mountains of Asia Minor. This type had historical connections with the ancient Cypriots and their renowned Hittite kingdoms. But its influence reached far beyond. Armenians, mountain-dwelling Turks, Lebanese, Mazanderani people, and others displayed the characteristics of this remarkable type. Its presence was felt in regions like Georgia, Ossetia, Azerbaijan, Kurdistan, West Persia, and even among some Jews. It extended to the Mediterranean, Central Asia, Syria, Yemen, and India. Now, let's delve into the physical traits that characterize this captivating type. The skin tone ranges from light brown, reflecting the sun-kissed landscape they inhabit. Their hair is often wavy with rich dark brown hue. When it comes to stature, individuals of this type displays a medium height coupled with an endomorphic physique featuring broad shoulders. Often they possess a macroscalic characteristic, giving them a robust appearance. The shape of their skull is hyperbrachycephalic, which is relatively broad compared to its length. It is hypsychronic with flat occiput, adding to the distinctiveness of their head structure. Their nose of this type is hyperleptorine, long, convex, and somewhat swollen, serving as a prominent feature. Their faces are rather broad, with fleshy features that adds up to their unique aesthetic. The chin is typically weak, while their lower lip is full, and their lower eyelids are heavy, contributing to the overall appearance of the face. The mouth is broad and the eyebrows strong, further enhancing their features. Notably, individuals of this type often exhibit a heavy body hair, a testament to their unique genetic heritage, and in some instances, mild prognathism or a slight protrusion of the jaw can also be observed.